Let's revisit one of our favorite games on the jump. Something, nothing, or everything? First up, the Celtics steamrolled the Lakers in a 32-point win at home yesterday. Lakers gave up a season-worst 139 points to Kemba and the Celts. LeBron hadn't lost to Kemba in 28 previous games. Fizz, that 32-point win over the Lakers, something, nothing, or everything?
Something for the Celtics, because I think, one, for Kemba to get over that hurdle. He didn't want to hear that stat too much.
No kidding.
But the Celtics hadn't been playing great recently. They're like 4-6 in their last 10, and they needed a big win to get them back to thinking about themselves as contenders. And that was the kind of win that can get them right back in their groove of playing like the team that they're capable of playing like.
This is something. I mean, you beat the number 1 team in the Western Conference, number 2 team overall, and you got 2 All-NBA first-team guys on this team, with AD and LeBron. This is a very quality win for this team that can hopefully catapult them into, a string of wins.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. The Lakers don't have many marquee wins. They've got a lot of really good wins.
Right.
0-2 against the Clippers. They lost in Milwaukee. They lost in Boston. Now, look, they're 18-4 on the road. I mean, you don't 18-4 on the road unless you're good.
I don't care who you're playing.
But, it is something to point out that the Lakers, and it was a comeback game for Anthony Davis last night.
Yeah.
Next up, the Jazz have won 17 of their last 19 games. Wow. They cruised past the Pacers last night. Now, that was a good win, led by Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. But of those 17 victories, only 2 have come against teams with winning records, including last night. Tracy, is this 17 out of 19 something, nothing, or everything?
Oh, this is something. I mean, I know we talk about them not having wins against worthy opponents, but it's hard enough to win one game in this league.
Yes,
so 17 out of 19 and playing a quality opponent like the Pacers, who I thought was playing pretty good basketball. They were 6-4 over their last 10 games. This is a pretty good win for them, so this is something.
You got to play the teams that's on your schedule. And I think the Jazz, honestly, is one of the deepest teams in the league. Mike Conley right now coming back from injury.
Another good game yesterday for Conley.
Really good game coming off the bench for him. And I think as they keep building him up, and the same thing with him from an injury standpoint, if they have him ready to go for the playoffs with the other additions of Bogdanovich, Clarkson, Emmanuel Mudiay, those guys are a dangerous team coming into the playoffs.
Anybody who wants to put the Jazz schedule down, let me just point something out. They did go 17-2. And one of those losses was in Miami, who's been the best home team in the league, and it was a close loss. If they had gone, more like 500, then we could criticize them. But if they go 17-2, that don't care what the schedule is. That means you've done well.
Absolutely. And we'd be killing them if their record was any different, But again, you got to play the schedule the way it works out.
And their schedule's always in balance. Last up, CP3 says he won't turn down his player option if he requires a trade to a title contender. He was asked by Sports Illustrated whether he'd waive that final year of his contract, a $44.2 million option in 21-22, if it meant he could be traded to a championship contender. By the way, that's a real question. I think that's a thing that could potentially happen. Here's what he said. No chance that's not happening. Nope.
40 how much?
44.2.
Oh, yeah.
Fizz, CP3 saying he won't turn that down. Is that something, nothing, or everything?
I think it's everything. I think, obviously the money is great. But if you watch him play with this team and how he's leading these young guys, he looks as happy as he's looked playing basketball in a long time. And it's really been fun for me to watch him. Last night, what did he have? 27 in the first half against Houston. I mean, he was balling. And those guys really respect him. He's got 2 young point guards that's learning from underneath him with Schroeder and Alexander. And I just think that he's having a whole lot of fun out there. And he's going to see how it works out after he's a free agent.
Yeah, I'm not turning down that.
No way.
I mean, there's no way in hell.
44?
No. But this is everything. CP is just showing us that he's the best leader in basketball, right, as a point guard. I mean, not only is he still playing at elite level, but his leadership ability and rubbing off on Shea and those young guys and this OKC team who, when they made this trade, we felt sorry for CP. Like, damn, we go from championship aspirations to OKC team that's rebuilding. Nah, he's made this team competitive and helping, being an extra coach to Billy Donovan out on that basketball court. So, I mean,
here's what I say. I say make your $44 million.
Yeah.
Then go sign with a contender
There you
for the
go.
minimum.
He's got what?
Then make your $2 million at the
He's
back
gonna get
end.
more than the middle. That guy, because he's
I'm just
got
saying
a lot
in a
the
couple
tank.
years.
Yeah,
Just
he's
chase your contender status after you get that $44 million.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports analysis and highlights, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.